not too late to join the command class. Let's have an entrance. Welcome to Keller Williams live streaming, everybody. Can we do that?
Good.
Tell them there's going to be a special guest star, Geneva, from The Young and the Restless.
It's live. It's live streaming. It's live streaming now.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Oh.
Get up there, Scott.
Everybody.
Just to confirm, this is all working.
Well, at least not that many people will watch it.
The rest of the office will.
The rest of them?
The office will. The office will later. That's not here. Yeah. They're out in New Orleans.
So they might be doing something. Oh, really?
Great job, Scott. You're blocking the whole screen.
You're seeing the delay.
I picked the wrong place to set in front of the camera. I wish I knew this so I could help teach it. You need like a male version of Vanna White for this?
Right.
Did that woman not luck out? Because she seems dumber than a rock, but she's smart enough to stay with that job for like 30 plus years. She makes a lot of money. Travels. It's not like she has to study for it the night before. Vanna White.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started now. So this is going to be my class on KW Command, or at least getting started with KW Command, how to log into it, and what you can expect to do with it in the coming days and weeks. So KW Command is available now for the majority of agents, but some of the features are still kind of locked out, and that'll be until the official launch at Family Reunion, which is in a few days. But today, so I'm going to cover just how to get in, and then expect next month for more and more training classes to get rolled out, where we're going to plan on having a lot of coverage for these for all the different aspects of command, and multiple times a week and even a day, multiple times per day. So, and now that we got our live stream equipment sort of testing, we're going to be able to do more and more of these online and have them be accessible live, and also be available later as well. So to start, let me show you guys where to actually log in. So at the moment, it's a separate website. And the way to log in is by going to agent.kw.com, and you're going to log in using the same Keller Williams username and password as you would with the MyKW account. We can expect that the two systems will be integrated, in the coming weeks, or maybe even at Family Reunion. We're not sure. But right now, it's still just a separate login. So this is the web address right here. So one of the first things we can start off with is actually logging in. So this is the page that I had just explained. This is agent.kw.com. And as I mentioned, you're going to log in by using your username and the password. All right, and this is what command currently looks like. So you have a number of options right off the bat here that are kind of open and available for you to start off with. And there's going to be a couple down here that are still, coming soon, and those we expect to be fully opened up in the next couple days. So one of the first things we can start off with is bringing in the contacts from eEdge, because this system will end up eventually replacing eEdge altogether, just completely outright. So one of the things we can do is go into eEdge, and I'll show you guys how to export a list of contacts and bring them into the new system to at least start off with that. So if I make my way over to my KW page, my KW account, and again, this is mykw.kw.com to log in. And I'm going to go over to the eEdge control panel here, and I'm going to go into the View Contacts option. View Contacts is going to bring me straight into the Contacts page. All right, here we are. So I don't have a whole lot of contacts in my own account here, but you guys may have a lot more than that. And what we're going to do here is export basically everything that may be in there, and then bring it into the new system. What this will do is it'll make a copy of everyone. It's not going to delete what you have in here in eEdge already. It's just going to export a copy of all that information. And we don't expect eEdge to get replaced overnight either, or at least for agents to lose access into it. It's going to be at least a few months before they pull the plug completely. And then well before then, we should be seeing some announcements or something like that letting us know, eEdge is going to be going away altogether. But the sooner we can get most of our agents in here and exporting their stuff and into the new system, the better. So right here, I'm looking at my contacts. If I go up here to the option, we have Home and we have Contacts. If I click on Contacts, the fifth option down is going to be Import and Export Contacts. So that's going to bring us to the Import and Export page. We're going to have two options right up here, Import and Export. I'm going to select the Export option. And then from here, we're going to choose a couple of options. So the thing with eEdge is it'll allow you to export specific groups of contacts. Here, the groups that you have organized in eEdge. Or if we leave it unchecked, then it's going to bring everything out. And then contact status, the same thing. So you can export contacts based off of whatever status that is applied to them. But if we want everyone, we're just going to click the All option. So leave contact groups as unchecked and the contact status as All, and then click the Export button. And then what that's going to do is it's going to save a file to your computer. And if you have Excel or another program like Microsoft Excel that is going to allow you to open this file, we're going to need something like that to open it up. So we have our one file here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open it, just to show you guys what this looks like. So if you have, so again, you'll need Excel, or there's a couple of free versions out there, free alternatives to Excel that you can download and install, and they should allow you to open up this file. So what we have here is my complete contacts list that I had exported, so all names, email addresses, phone numbers, notes, just absolutely everything that I had ever put into eEdge and under each contact is going to be on this list. So now what I do is I'm going to just go ahead and close this out. And I'm going to go over into Command. And I'm going to click in the Contacts option here. So, and you may go in here and you may be checking out a couple of these things, and maybe the day after you can notice it may look a little bit different, or things might get arranged a little bit. That's to be expected because they're still working on this actively, like even now, just days before launch, and they're just making improvements and fixing issues, and just will continuously do that. Yes.
So if I say today I go and export and then import all the contacts, and I get, of course, going to get more contacts by next week, and I want to import those, will it double everything up, or should I assign them, certain things maybe in a group, or maybe say new contact in a group, and that way just move that over, or?
Yeah, that's actually a great question. Because it just might do that. It just might kind of double everything up. I haven't tested that portion of it myself, but it might be smart enough to recognize duplicates as you put them in a command and just reject those. But I think the safest option is to, put your new contacts you're going to put in the e-edge under a new group, and you might name it, export to command or something like that, just to distinguish it that's your newest group of contacts, and to let you know that to only export that group and import that one into the new system once you get to that point. So I think that's a great idea to take. So this is a manual option. What we're doing here, this is importing the context list manually, but I'll show you guys there's a more automatic approach to link the two accounts together as well, and I'll show you guys where to get into that, as well as a couple of other features too. I just kind of wanted to start off with this in case that other option doesn't work, which I kind of ran into that last week. I tried to connect it to my own account, my command and my e-edge, and there was an error. So to continue, yes.
So I just imported all mine into here, but now that we link, am I going to get double?
You shouldn't there. Yeah. Because it should recognize what you have in there already. This is the chances of the duplicates might happen if you import one file and then re-import it again. So what we have here is again the contacts page, and we have an import button right here up near the top left or top right of the page. If I click on import, and then here's where it allows me to drag and drop the file into this window, or if I click the option here to browse, then it's going to open up my my downloads page here, and I'm basically going to look for the file that I had just pulled out, which is going to be this one. Now I'm going to click on open, and then click on the import contacts button. So it's going to tell you that it's submitted the import request, and that it might take it several minutes for it to complete. So then now I'm going to click on finish. And here I had previously had a couple of contacts already added into my database here, and you might notice something here. There's a tag applied to each one of these that says Kelly, and that's because I had asked Kelly to add a new contact to my database list. So that's actually something that you're able to do now, is tell Kelly, add contact John Smith. It'll ask you, I've added the contact, click on the button to add more details to the contact, phone number, email address, and so on. It's gonna have all that when you're looking at the Kelly page. And then when you're done with that, then it's gonna appear here automatically, and vice versa. If you go in your import contacts into your command page, and then you go into Kelly and you open up your contacts page there, then you're going to be able to see both systems, both views, contacts you enter through the app, and the contacts you enter in through command, you're going to be able to see either one. So I just imported the file here. I'm just going to reload my page to see if it's done. Okay, and it looks like it actually finished. So, and I don't know how many contacts it was. So it was probably like 20 contacts or so. But I can now click on each one.
Showed it on the right-hand side here, how many contacts you have.
Yeah, I think it was like 25 total. But yeah, I can click on each one and be able to see that, their name. Now I didn't have, I don't think I had phone numbers or anything else saved for each of my contacts, but so it didn't bring that in. However, if you, if you do, then it should bring all that information in as well. So this is the manual approach to importing the contacts. And now let me show you I'm going to click back on my previous page here. Right next to the import button, you also have the add contact option right here. So this is if you want to enter in one contact at a time, you can do that by using this option right here. And it's actually going to look a lot like the Kelly page as well. It's going to be kind of the same layout where you can put in their name and the rest of their information and so on. And at the bottom of this page, you can create their contact here. So that's a more manual approach to importing the contacts. Now, let me show you guys where to actually link the two accounts, and it may work for you. So up here on the top right corner, actually right above where the import button is, you'll find your name. Go ahead and click on that, and then click on the settings page. It'll be the second option. And in the settings page, you're going to find this connected applications window here. And you're going to actually be able to connect many different things. One of those being your Google Calendar. So eventually, making this connection from here, your Google Calendar and command, going to be able to manage your appointments and tasks and any other things that you set up on your calendar. Connect is going to be able to view that, and then Kelly is actually going to be able to view that information as well. So potentially you can ask Kelly, what's on my calendar for today? What are my appointments tomorrow? And it's going to reference the same information and be able to show you, oh, you have an appointment today at 10 a.m. And another one at 1 p.m. So this is actually where this is connected, or the connection is made is on this page. And the way you do that, you're going to have a button here to connect your account. Here we go. Oops. So connect your account. And then it's going to ask you to choose an account to continue. And you're basically going to select the KW email or the Gmail account that you use to where you do all your calendar management, or you put in your appointments. Yes.
Could you, through Gmail, Google, we have our contacts. I have my contacts in there. Then I have them in groups such as buyers, sellers. Can we click on one of those accounts and then import them?
You manage your contacts on Gmail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Google, because
On Google.
I have my calendar and I have my mail and I have my contacts. But then I wouldn't want everything in my contacts. But I do have categories such as buyers, sellers, and things like that. Mm-hmm. Would that be possible?
Yeah, that would be possible as well. However, the way to be able to import that into command is it's going to follow the same manual process.
Okay.
However, you're going to need to download there's going to be a template. There's a blank template from command, and whatever you get from Google, because there's also, because we're basically doing the same thing. We're exporting the contacts from Google, and you can do the same thing through Google as well. You can export specific groups or just your entire contacts list from Google as well, which could potentially be a lot because everyone that you've ever sent an email to or you received an email from is going to be all on the same list. But if you do organize them and you put them in the groups, then you can do that same approach as well. However, that's going to require, like I mentioned, downloading a blank template that Command provides you with, downloading your file from Google, and basically opening both up and copying and pasting the information from one to the other, from your Google list into the Command template. And then once you're done with that, upload your template into Command. So that way it's able to recognize all the fields and everything from Google. Because not any email account, any other contact management system that's out there, they're going to have their own, their own ways of managing that information, and even when you export it as well. But yeah, when it gets down to it, there's always this. It's so it can be very tedious because you're going back and forth, copying and pasting information, but at least that's one guaranteed option that's going to work for you. So I don't know, we're just getting into Command and exploring it, and that's certainly something that I can help you out with if you want to, or if you need to. So getting back to this, I was connecting my Google account to Command. So this is just going to ask to choose an account. I can actually use my KW account here. Should ask me for my password. And then once I put that in, then the account is going to be connected. It might ask you prior to that if to allow it access to a couple different things. Go ahead and let it do that, because then it'll have full control over the information it's able to kind of view. So I noticed here it didn't activate right away. I may have to just refresh this page. Looks like it still didn't, but connect. Yep. Yeah, I don't know, my page might be having some issues here, but yeah, in your case, it might connect right away. I might have to do it a couple more times here for it to pick that up. But yeah, so Google Calendar is going to be one of your different options. Connecting the Gmail directly is going to be here through as well. That's done the same way. And then we have eEdge. So this is the one we're looking for. If we click on Connect Account through eEdge, it should show you this page here, just kind of a data verification. And this information here should be, it shouldn't need to be changed. So now I should just be able to click Synchronize with the eEdge contacts. And this is the same error I was running into before, where it was saying multiple office accounts were identified for your account. Please select the right one, which is weird because I only have one option here.
Yeah, mine connected right away.
Yeah. Well.
Better that way than the other way, but yours does work. Yeah.
Yeah, of course mine doesn't work. Running into issues. But they were telling me that if you run into this issue, you can contact KW support and they can fix that problem for you and make it work. Yeah, because it's on their end, and they can make it work. But let's say my account connected right up, no problem. and we can move ahead. Um, so one of the other portions of command that you're going to have access to is they call it the lead accelerator, where you're going to be able to connect, your Facebook account, Twitter if you use Twitter, with command, and be able to set up the ad integrations right from command as well. So everything as far as just setting up the ad in general, what you want to get posted, the target demographic and pricing, and your budget, all of that stuff you're going to have available through command as well. And part of that, the first step to that is connecting your social media accounts with command here. So I have the option for Facebook, yes.
So I'll be able to write posts, schedule their release for future dates, or is it just ads? Because it says post scheduling. Is it posts or ads, or both?
Handle Facebook post scheduling. So the current integration with Facebook is just for the lead integration, is where be able to set up the ads.
Okay.
So I think that's what that's referring to, is once you set up your ads through command, and if you were to schedule them in the future, that this has access to be able to do that. Yeah.
Are you talking ads or posts? Are you talking the same thing, posts? To be able to post? Are you talking about being able to post from here to Facebook?
Post the ads. Yeah. Not this Facebook. Yeah. You do scheduling advance, you could do already, but the the more to get to just more clicks and routes to be able to accomplish that could be something to they can to be able to do those okay. So the so, one where I talk to first, or but I would see me prefer and all the rest. Okay. Then Facebook post scheduling account, Facebook page, um, and for activity the business that I manage, um, is but clear like first page is how these business as approaching whenever you there were saying would you set up a new email for this we had a account with the artist and that was meant to work. Um, so you speak to email them. It, well, the creation of the application between the email and so yeah. Mm. Um, I, let's see here. Um, when I look at that through the email campaign up here, um, as you said, yeah, just add, you know, to the um, and some of the people just the thing. No, I to this but you know, and um, something to work on to but the I see them using that they are uh, um, like the the dream the that work on those are maybe not, but yeah, there should be to um, yeah, 10% well, so we should be very uh, so that's and so so you know a name so kind of that down here don't know the difference between the here but now the scale here is the can uh, exact like range the maximum here so per day um people, you know acting a 10 Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. Yeah. You'll be able to you have any day. Um, I think anything done to do with everyone else is gonna let you work on the fix, but um, so I know opportunity tell him that but yeah, you, yeah, exactly. One of the big secret folks, um, so if you have any little sign area and you have data science, um, you have to drum this here. So this applies to the other, so that was the uh, and that section was you know, is designed to as kind of like Google dominate and email responses. However, this is the actual accessible website once it's done. Yeah, and if there's more than one, and those, how how so I'm gonna take my game and the category and then and this is what the template what you want to say on when you set it and it give it more customization of um, of what you think. So talk right in the to what you and here I go in the semi widget now I can click on publish my here yes and here it is. So this link right here is now so now I click it up now it's a little bit yeah uh, and naming the name that people is um yeah, is how that you know I change it's got there but as you are making more green and making your your W that